Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about something that's really important that usually doesn't get taught, especially to people your age. Today I'm actually going to help you to help others. We're going to learn something that potentially could save someone's life. What would you do if somebody was on the ground and it looked like they were in trouble? They're not awake, they're not breathing. Would you know what to do? Let's take a look at an example of what could happen and how you can save a life. We're going to learn what's called Doctor's ABCD, and this is just an acronym for things that you should go over when trying to save someone's life. We'll start with D. D is for danger. Always check for danger. Ensure that the scene is safe. R, response. Check for a response. Ask their name, squeeze their shoulders, see if they're breathing. S, send for help. Call 1669 to reach an ambulance, and that way help will be on its way. A, airway. Open their mouth. Look to see if there's anything inside that might be stopping them from breathing. Which comes to the next one, B, for breathing. Check for breathing. Look, listen, and feel. C, CPR. This is the most important part, and we're actually going to learn a little bit more about this in the video. D, defibrillation. Most places now have an AED. This gives the patient an electric shock to start their heart again. We will also go over this a bit more in the video. Oh my gosh. An onlooker has noticed that somebody has fallen unconscious. He must now look around to make sure that the scene is safe and there is no danger. Hey, Johnny, can you hear me? Johnny, wake up. You must call out for the person's attention, shaking them and checking for a response. Johnny! Now it is time to send for help. You call 1669. You get an AED. Next, we'll check the airway. If you're able to, roll the person onto their side and gently tilt their head back and open their mouth. Check for any obstructions. Next, we're going to check for breathing. Put your ear over the mouth of the patient and look down the chest. If it is not moving up and down, that means that the person is not breathing. Now it is time to start CPR. Use your dominant hand and interlock your other hand and place the palm of your dominant hand in the center of the person's chest. Leaning directly over the person and straight arms, start your compressions. You'll need to do 30 of these. Now it's time to give 2 breaths of air. Return back to compressions at about 100 compressions per minute. Alternate 30 compressions to 2 breaths. You will need to keep doing this until either they wake up or help arrives. Most places now have an AED, which you should use in this scenario. Bring the AED over to the patient and set it down gently. If not already connected, connect the pads to the correct color. Turn the AED on and wait for instruction. The AED will help us with defibrillation. The AED will use voice command to give you instruction on what to do next. Remove the sticker from the pads and follow the labeling instructions. Now, in a real-life scenario, we would put the pads on bare skin, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna leave Teacher Johnny's shirt on. The AED will monitor the patient's heart rhythms and let you know when it's time to shock. Make sure that yourself and others are not near the patient before you shock. Everybody clear away.
Oh, it's up time. Right. What? Ugh. Hi, guys.
Wait, so kissing people saves people's lives? Oh my god.
No, Teacher Alex. He was actually saving his life by filling his lungs with air.
Ah.
Now, there might be different outcomes for every scenario that you're in. Sometimes the patient will not wake up at all, and you'll need to continue compressions and breaths 30 times to 2 breaths until first responders or ambulances get to your location. Or, like we saw in the video, they might wake up. The first responders still need to come to the scene to make sure that the person is okay and healthy, and they'll generally bring them to the hospital, monitor their progression and whether or not they get healthy. People can become unconscious for many reasons. They could be choking, they could have poison in their system, they could have a pre-existing medical condition that we don't know about. Either way, no matter what happens, if their heart is not pumping and they are not breathing, they will need CPR. That means that you, with this new knowledge, you're gonna be able to help these people survive. Cool, right? So using these things that we just learned, the DRS or Doctors ABCD, you now know the steps to save someone's life if they go unresponsive. Remember these things, don't forget them, and you might be able to help someone in the future.